having a great day at school. You visualize curing your panic and how proud you're going to be. What studies suggest and have proven is that simply visualizing yourself doing things actually develops the skill and helps you improve the skills, just as if you were actually doing it. And so there's proof based on research that visualization helps you.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, I'm super duper excited. We're right at the top of the hour. You still have a little bit of time left to get your team members on this call. It's going to be absolutely amazing. I love the 7-figure mentorship call. This is one of my favorite calls. I'm on this call every single week. And so you want to make sure that you get into great habit of pulling an alarm on your phone, making sure it's scheduled in your calendar, making sure that you spend some time developing with the information that's provided to you here tonight. So we're going to give you about 2 more minutes. Let's get the numbers up, promote it in all your groups, all your team chats, wherever you do your communication at, and let's get this party started. We're almost done with Mel Gibson here. Remember, the call really has already started, so your pen, your notepad should already be out to take down copious notes so that you can begin to apply this information into your business. So let's continue to listen to Mel Gibson. You have about 2 more minutes before we get started with the call.
To build skills. And then finally, the other thing that's really important about this is that the more that you do this, what we know based on research is that the reason why you start to believe what you think is because you are reprogramming your brain. You are changing the network of neurons that act as a filter. And so the more that you actually believe in yourself and you start thinking and visualizing yourself speaking up, the more confident you're going to become, the more skills that you're building, and you're actually going to do it. And then, instead of looking for all the reasons when you're sitting in a meeting to not speak up, you're going to just speak up because you're going to have changed the filter. You're going to look for opportunities. This is how it works. This is why this is so incredibly important. And so, day one, I want you to go through all the goals that you set. And I want you, every single day throughout the next 30 days, you are going to spend 30 seconds. Your dreams deserve 30 seconds, don't you think? You're going to close your eyes and you're going to visualize, what does it look like in your life when you have achieved your monetary goals this year? How does it feel to go to the bank and see that balance? How does it feel to be able to write that check and take your kids to Disney World on money that you made? How does it feel to be able to rent your own place or put down a down payment for the house you've always dreamt of? How does it feel to be able to have saved enough money so you can quit the job that you hate and launch the business because you have achieved your goals? It feels darn good. That's how it feels. And I want you to just savor that, because what you're doing when you visualize is you're reprogramming your reticular activating system, that system of neurons, that network that acts like a filter in your brain, so that it's spotting opportunity, so that it is helping you see evidence that you are confident, that you are capable, that you can do this, instead of all the garbage you think right now.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, I'm super duper excited to be on the 7-figure mentorship call. This is Dr. Chyna Bethley. I'm here in the beautiful Atlanta, Georgia. Let's see if we can do this. Here in the beautiful Atlanta, Georgia, excited about each and every person that's on the line with us tonight. Now, we do this call every single Sunday night at 10 o'clock p.m. Eastern Standard Time, 7 o'clock Pacific Standard Time. And I know that there's people on the line from all over the world. So go ahead and shout out your city, your state, your country, or whatever continent that you may be on tonight, so that we can show you some love and get this call started. NYC, we see you. Raleigh, Jamaica, New York, represent Alabama, California, Atlanta, Rhode Island, Barbados, welcome, welcome, welcome. Puerto Rico, we see you. Houston, El Paso, welcome to the call. San Antonio, Indiana, welcome, 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 welcome. We see you. Orlando, welcome to the line from all over the world. We're super excited. Quebec, we see you on the line. Miami, Toronto, welcome, 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 welcome to the call. This is one of my favorite calls that I get on every single week, and I'm always taking down copious notes. I have a couple of notes here that I've taken down from past calls. Australia, we see you. welcome to the line. And I'm always taking down notes. So please, one of the things that we're going to get started with, by the way, my name is Dr. Chyna Bethley. I'm here in the beautiful Atlanta, Georgia, and I'm excited about what you guys are going to experience on tonight. So one of the first things that you always want to do is make sure that you're in the proper physical space to retain what you're going to hear. I want to make sure that you're in the physical space. I can tell you as a mom, as a wife, with a lot going on, sometimes I'm running, I'm hiding. Sometimes I have to literally lock myself in a room to be away from everyone so that I can retain what I come to these calls to get. And so I want to encourage you right now to get into the proper physical space that you need to be in. Make sure that you have pen. Make sure that you have a notepad. I really recommend that you don't just use like a scrap sheet of paper. Like, you know, I used to be the girl that would take a piece of paper like this, fold it in half, and then all around my office, I got a bunch of scrap sheets of paper with notes that I've taken down. It makes it a little bit difficult to go back and then review that information when I need it. And so I actually have a journal for every area of my life. Every area of my life, I have one specifically for development that I always write information down in. I write down whoever the speaker is at the top. I write down the date. I write down wherever I'm getting that information from. And so I recommend that you do the same thing so that you can actually go back and read your own notes and begin to apply that information into your life as well. So not only do you want to be in the proper physical space, you want to be in the proper mental space, right? So I don't know what your day was like today. I hope your day was absolutely amazing. I'm not sure how it went for you, but I want to make sure that you're in the proper mental space, right, to receive the information that you're going to receive on tonight. Continue to promote this call. Let's get these numbers way, way up. We got a lot of big announcements that's going to be made, a lot of big events that are coming up. This is the place you want to make sure that your team is at every single week. So please continue to promote this call. So before we dive in, okay, before we go any further, before we talk about the topic of tonight's discussion, before you get the meal that you're going to get so that you can really have something to nourish your body, nourish your mind for the rest of the week, I want to make sure that we give shouts out to the CEO of iMarkets Live, the visionary of this company, the man who had an amazing idea to start something even before he fully knew what the manifestation was going to look like. So we want to give it up. Big shouts out to none other than the CEO of iMarkets Live, Mr. Christopher Terry. So go ahead and put your ones in the chat. Represent real strong. Put them ones in the chat. Light it up. Ones in the chat. Fire in the chat. Blazing emojis in the chat. Because we're so grateful. We're so grateful that he had the courage really to do what he did for us all to be here. I mean, truly, his vision now is being visualized around the world because we have now taken hold to it and we're moving in such an amazing way. And so, yes, that is for our CEO, who I believe is the greatest CEO in the game, okay? And then let's go ahead and make sure that we represent for the CFO of the company. Because what I know about a visionary, you still need somebody to have your back. You need somebody to believe in you. You need somebody to confirm that, you know what, I'm with you and I got you. And that is what Mrs. Isis De La Torre is. She is such a powerful woman. And so let's put our tools in the chat for Mrs. Isis De La Torre. We love the CFO of this company. Such a powerful woman. So much grace, so much poise, and she moves with so much excellence. And so we're so grateful. We're so thankful to have such a dynamic duo just really leading the way. And then we have an incredible corporate team. I'm so proud of what's happening. I had an opportunity to speak with Brandon Scott on today, the CMO of the company, who is just putting out some incredible marketing materials. I mean, you can just feel the vibe is elevating. There's a shift in the transformation that's taking place right now before our eyes in iMarkets Live. And not only does it look good, but it feels really good. So let's give it up for Brandon Scott, the CMO of the company, as well as Kyle Lowe, the CFO of the COO of the company, who's doing an amazing job behind the scenes. What I can tell you is that a lot of times you don't fully understand what's happening behind the scenes. You just see things getting better. You just see things moving a lot smoother. But there's a lot of people behind the scenes that work with the corporate team that's making all of these things happen. So let's go ahead and put the 3s in the chat for the corporate team. Now that's the corporate team in the corporate, offices, making it happen, working very closely, obviously, with Kristen Isis. But then we also have a field corporate team, if you will, that's really doing some big things in the field. I mean, let me tell you something. IML is the lid. We are definitely the company that people are talking about in the industry, the company that people are recognizing. The rooms are just filled up. And I mean, I'm literally still so inspired when I see Alex Martin and Yvonne Tapia and Jason Brown traveling around the world looking like concerts. I mean, these guys have thousands of people in the room hearing about the opportunity. And so let's put our 4s in the chat for our VP of Sales, our VP and the VP of Operations, Alex, Yvonne, and Jason. Okay, so listen, I just believe that it's really important in anything that we do. I'm just big on honor. I'm just really big on honor. And I think it's very, very important that you learn, even as we're doing this right now. This is a learning lesson. I told you 10 minutes before the call started, like officially the call had already started. So when you were listening to the personal development, when you were listening to Mel Gibson, we were talking about the reticular activating system. We were already in training mode. This is still a part of training mode. Is important. Let's also give it up to the top chairman leaders in the company. Top chairman leaders really representing the industry. Our chairman 500th in the company, which is your Jason and your Matt Rosa, your David and Monites. Go ahead and put your 5s in the chat for them right now, because I tell you what, in order to get to a position like that, you have to help a lot of people. A lot of people's lives have to be changed in order for you to get to a position like that. So 5 is such an appropriate number for that Chairman 500, if you will. What a beautiful place to be in. And then to all of the chairman leaders, the chairman 10s, the chairman 25s, the chairman 50s, the chairman 100s, the chairman 250. Come on, man. Where they do all of this at? It's a lot of winning we're talking about tonight. Give it up and put your 6s in the chat for them as well. And to every single person, every one of you, everyone that's committed. Let's get to the 7s real quick. Let's go ahead and put the 7s in the chat for each and every one of you right now, representing real strong. We love the brand new person who just got started, and truthfully, the brand new person who just said yes today, you are the person that we're really doing all of this for. The brand new person who see IML as an opportunity to change their life. This is why we're doing what we're doing right now. So let's go ahead and dive into the topic of the call, because the game really has changed. The game really has changed. And I had an amazing time this weekend. I was blessed to speak at the most powerful women of network marketing event, the most powerful women of network marketing event that was held in Las Vegas, Nevada. It's a GoPro, with Eric Warray as well as Marina Warray. And I tell you what, I was alongside some incredible, not just speakers, but leaders in the industry. And I was able to learn and glean from so many of them. And I was blessed to spend quite a bit of time with the keynote speaker, someone that we love and respect. Many of you are already familiar with her. Her name is Kim Kiyosaki. She is the wife of Robert Kiyosaki, who, if you're in the network marketing industry and you don't know who Robert Kiyosaki is, that's going to be kind of hard. If you're really into personal development and investment in any kind of way, you probably know who Robert Kiyosaki is. And she was really thoroughly impressed with what we have going on here in Our Markets Live. We were able to establish a really, really good relationship as well. Super excited just about everything that's coming from those relationships. Won't talk a whole lot about it, but I was there with my sister, Dr. Jewel Tanker. She represented real strong, graced the stage and shut it down as well as my daughter, my 18-year-old daughter, Miss Anjay Monet, who was on her chairman run. And it was just an amazing time. I had a chance to talk about just how you build a business as a mother. I was on the Mamapreneur Panel. And I tell you what, it was a blazing experience. That's all I'm going to say. The feedback was absolutely incredible. And I'm just so grateful that I was able to talk about a topic that I don't talk about that often as a mom, and how you still effectively build a business without making your children an excuse, but looking at them as the reason to propel you to do what it is that you do. Some people don't even realize that I have 2 small children, a 4-year-old, a 5-year-old, and an 18-year-old, because I don't use my kids as an excuse not to, but they're really one of the motivating forces that allow me to push forward. What I want to say before we dive into the topic real deep, as a woman, let me speak to the women for a moment. To the women for a moment, it's really critically important that, I get it, you ask somebody what their goals are and their dreams are. And as women, sometimes the first thing you want to say is, well, I'm doing it you know, for my children, or I'm doing it for this person, I'm doing it for that person, and that's nice. But what I want to encourage you to do in 2019, in this season, in the month of April, as we transition already to the month of May, can you believe it? We're about to hit May, right? Can you start doing something for you? Because what I find is this: a lot of women feel like they are doing everything for everyone else, and then no one is really doing anything for them, right? You know, I'm doing everything for the kids. I'm doing everything for my husband. I'm doing everything for my mother. I'm doing everything for my family. But what about me? But see, here's the thing about it, ladies. You train people how to treat you based on how you treat you. So if you put you last, then they should probably put you last too, because you train them on how they should treat you. You shouldn't expect, because you put them first, that they were going to put you first. And so what I want to encourage you to do, and know that you're not being selfish in doing this, but you're literally empowering yourself when you do it. You have to be the best you that you can be, so that you can be an even better mother. You have to be the best you that you can be, so that you can be an even better wife. You have to be the best you that you can be, so you can be an even better daughter. So I want you right now, men and women, everybody that's on this call, remember, I told you, you need to be in a proper physical space, a proper physical space. I'm going to help some people today. We're going to have some paradigm shifts today. I believe there's going to be some keys. You're going to start to hear keys literally unlocked and things released on this call tonight. I believe that. And so what I want to encourage you guys to do is not just get into a proper physical space where you got your notepads out and you got your pens out. I also want you to get into a proper mental space. Well, what do you mean when you say that, Dr. Chyna, mental space? I want you to get into a space of yes. I want you to get into a space of yes, where you are literally giving yourself permission. Yes, giving yourself permission to win, giving yourself permission to go after your goals, giving yourself permissions to go after your dreams and the passions that you have and the purpose in your life. Be in a yes space. Start to say yes right now. Before we even get into the meat and the potato of the call, I need you to be in the receiving mode. So I need you to be in a space of yes. Yes to my vision. Yes to my dreams. Yes to my goals. Yes to my desires. I say yes right now, and it's okay. It's okay to say yes and be a mother or be a father and have all these other responsibilities. I promise you, when you are a greater version of you, you'll be better at everything that you do. And see, I'm telling you right now, ladies and gentlemen, the game has really changed. In 2019, things are not operating the way they used to operate. We can literally see it happening all around us. You know, from a business perspective, you got closed stores that are closing down, stores that we know and recognize and we probably thought would still be around. They're shutting down. Why? Because the game has changed. The game has changed. The operations has changed. The way people do business has changed. And so now there's not really always a need for the things that there used to be a need for. And so why are you on here? You heard the topic of not only that the game has changed, but not necessarily, this call is not necessarily about you having an exit strategy, right? You're a member that's in iMarkets Live that's here. And maybe you've been doing iMarkets Live, but you've been doing it, let's be honest, maybe as a hobby. Maybe you've been doing it, but you know you're not bringing your A game, because I can tell you right now, we went to the most powerful women of network marketing. I thank God that I was blessed to grace that stage and do what we did and impact so many people's lives. But I was also a student in that moment. I was a student at that event. I was a student learning from people who were doing things in areas that I may not have been the strongest in. And it was absolutely incredible to have a real moment. So I want to encourage you to have a real moment tonight, no matter who you are, no matter where you are, no matter what you're doing in your business. Let's have a real moment tonight where you identify where you are right now. Now, I know we have our affirmations, and I'm so happy and grateful now, and we'll get to those things because they are very, very, very important. But I need you to identify where you are right now in this moment, in areas of your business that you can strengthen in. And I want to help you to even have a bit of a paradigm shift, because some of you, because you may feel like your job is secure. I talked to a woman 2 days ago who called me and said, Dr. Chyna, you know, I'm ready. I'm ready. And I'm like, okay, awesome, great. And it was such an abruptness in her tone and in her voice. She had such a an abruptness about her being ready. I said, awesome, I'm excited. Let's get you started. Let's get you on board. And as I began to connect with her through the process, she began to share with me that she had been laid off. She didn't really have much saved up. The retirement that she thought she was going to have, she didn't even have anything that she thought she thought she had security, but she didn't. And so here's what I'm telling some of you right now who are sitting with an amazing opportunity at your hand, who get on calls week after week, who come to the events, but you yourself, you know that you're not operating at your full potential. You yourself, you know that you're not giving it 100%. You yourself, you know that you're treating it as a hobby. I need to know who I'm talking to in the chat. Is there anybody that's out there that can be honest with themselves in this moment and say, I may be giving it maybe a good 22%. I may be giving it a good 33%. I may be giving it a good 40%, but I know that I can do better. I know that my dreams deserve for me to do better. I know that the vision deserves for me to do better. I know that my kids deserve for me to do better, right? I know that they're the people that are really depending on me. But then how do I do that? Why did I have you listening to Mel Gibson? Robbins. Why did I have Mel Robbins on in the beginning? Why? Because, one of the things that I can tell you about this reticular activating system is that the system is also designed to kind of protect us, right? It's designed to protect us from things that can harm us. And so let's talk about success for a moment as we talk about the way the game has changed. Watch this. The reason that more people, I believe, are not as successful as they could be is because success can sometimes be scary. Success can sometimes be scary. Just the unknown alone can sometimes freak you out. And so because of the makeup, if you don't reprogram it, there's an internal something on the inside that's kind of saying, well, we don't want you to be hurt from rejection, so stay safe. We don't want you to be hurt from denial, so stay safe. We don't want you to be hurt from failure, so stay safe. And in that staying safe, you stay complacent. In that staying safe, you stay stagnated. In that staying safe, you stay stuck. But there has to be intention that causes you to cross the line of demarcation that says, let me now push and think outside of the box. Let me now say, wait a minute, let me pause for a second because I don't want to be hurt. But success is a process. And really, some people are hurting right now in their current situations if we're honest with ourselves, right? So though this system is designed to protect, sometimes you may be in a situation where you're like, yikes, right? I'm not in the best space right now. And so what I want to encourage each and every one of you to do, remember I told you to make sure that you say yes to your vision. Say yes to your dreams. Say yes to the purpose that's on your life. Because when you are connected to the outcome of what needs to happen, you're more willing to go through the process. There's somebody right here, right now, that's saying, I need to make a decision to go from treating iMarkets Live as a hobby to really treating it as a business because the game has really changed. I talked to a lady who, this was interesting. This was just a conversation, and she's going back to school to get more education in hopes to be paid more money because she has 2 degrees and it's not enough. So she got student loans for the degrees that she got, right? So she has to pay the student loan money back, and it's not enough for her to live the type of lifestyle she want to live, and it's not even a fabulous lifestyle. So her idea in 2019 is, let me go back to school to get a degree. By the way, she's in debt. How many people can relate to this? How many people know someone that may be dealing with this? How many people still have antiquated ideas and systems on how to break through that mold, and they're going through this, not realizing that the whole entire game has changed? You got kids on YouTube that's making millions of dollars. You have people on social media platform that's making millions of dollars, kids that have dropped out from school and college that's making millions of dollars. You got people that are going to school right now in 2019, and unfortunately by 2023 when they graduate, there is a possibility that their field may be non-existent. Because things are changing at the speed of thought. So then what do? You cut these strings, because as much abundance as we have right now, as much exposure as we have right now, as much access as we have right now, I believe the biggest challenge that people are having is their limiting beliefs on their ability. I believe the biggest challenge that people are having, as much access as we have, as much abundance as we have, as much exposure as we have, this is the greatest time to be alive. Yet there's so many people that are literally just going through life like that's not living at all because of the limiting beliefs that they continue to confirm themselves. They continue to speak out of their mouth. I believe that life and death lies in my tongue. The power is in my tongue, which is why it's so important for you to have your declarations and begin to declare over your life who you are, right? See, I have something that I do that's real interesting, because one of the things that I think is important for you to understand is that we all have this emotional, sometimes imbalancement that we have going on in our mind. And it tells us some things that we don't really, if you have something that happen in your life, as great as you are and as good as you know you are and as smart as you know you are, sometimes we all, listen, can I be transparent for a moment? Some people say, oh, well, you're Dr. Chyna and you're a Chairman 50. You got no. And no. I still have these little voices in my head that I got to fight with sometimes. And when the voices begin to tell me things that are negative, things that make me feel low, things that make me feel uncomfortable, I got to push through and I got to fight and I got to say the opposite. And so if it's something that's making me feel sad, I have to say, I am happy. Do you hear what I'm saying? And not only do I say it with boldness, I say it with confidence, I say it with energy, I say it, and I literally, listen, one of the things that I learned from Mel Robbins, she's amazing. She taught me something. She told me that, and let me tell you something, by the way, it is absolutely okay to have virtual mentors. She has no idea how much she's helped my life, okay? So identify these people intentionally online. But she said that, not all fear is technically bad, because some things you're afraid of because it's kind of protecting you from things that can really harm you, right? But, sometimes anxiety and fear has the same feeling as excitement. Watch this. So she said she was totally terrified to fly. And so what she would do is picture herself already at home. She would picture herself already at home before she got on the flight. So that when she got on the flight, she was already picturing herself safe. So she said that there was a moment that she was literally having a meltdown. She was literally having a moment where she was feeling like she was having an anxiety attack. And what she did immediately is turned it into something that caused her to be excited. The next day, I kid you not, I had a moment. I just need you guys to hear me. And I don't know if this is necessarily mental health or if it's just the psychology of the mind, the way it works. But you have to develop a skill. Anything that you're going through in your life, everything that you're going through in your life, the areas that are a little bit challenging, the things that seem to be a little weak, that you want to be strong, is literally a skill set away. It's literally you deciding to develop a skill set. We were headed to Las Vegas and my daughter packed for me. And I came downstairs and it was like, I didn't realize that my flight, I needed to be to the airport at 6 o'clock in the morning. If anybody know me, one of the things that I'm working on is like being on time. And like, I'm not the early person at all. 6 o'clock in the morning, I mean, I needed to be to the airport like 4 something. I literally had just got home like 12. And so she packed for me and I was admiring how organized the packing was. She got so much more in the suitcase than I would have gotten in the suitcase because I wasn't going to be that organized. And I thought to myself for a second, Chyna, just develop the skill to do it better. You travel a lot. You need to have this skill set. It's just a skill set away. You need to develop the skill to get it done, or you hire somebody to do it. So anything in life, you develop the skill to get it done, or you hire somebody to do it, period. And so back to what Mel Robbins did to help me, I had a moment where I promise you, I felt like I was having an anxiety attack. I was just overwhelmed. And I immediately, because all over my office, all over the mirrors, the refrigerator, everywhere in my home, I got goals written down. This is the power of it. So all of the goals that were written down around me, I end up was breathing hard, went to the bathroom, and guess what I saw? I saw my goal. So in that moment, instead of me thinking about what was causing me to be overwhelmed, what was causing me to have anxiety, what was causing me to feel flustered, guess what I did? I began to say my goal. I'm so happy and grateful now. And I literally shook myself out of that moment. I looked at my goal. I spoke my goal with boldness. I began to jump up and down into my bathroom, looking in the mirror, and immediately changed my mental state. Guys, the power that we have is amazing. It is amazing. And I want you guys to know that the game has changed. Why? Because I know that what we have in our hand is about to go through the roof. Listen, the industry of network marketing, I've decided that I am now an ambassador for this industry. My goal is the next generation. My goal is that when you ask a child what they want to be when they grow up, they say, I want to be in network marketing. That this industry has a standard that is set so high because of what we do right now, because of the development and what we produce right now is so strong that they want to do what we do. How amazing would that be? For somebody to say that I want to be a network marketer. Kids are saying they want to be YouTubers now. They want to be influencers now. Why not network marketing? See, one of the things that I talked about on stage, which was so interesting because the response that I got from my speech to me had nothing to do with what I talked about. I talked about the next generation. I talked about, because my topic was mompreneurs, that as women, we have a responsibility. We have a responsibility to use the voices that we have. We have a responsibility as parents to make sure that the world is not raising our children. We have a responsibility to use the gift that God has provided us, whatever that talent is. My talent might not be yours. Yours might not be the next person. The next person might not be the next person. But I know you got a gift. I know you got a talent. And I know you got something that you're extremely passionate about. And when you rise up and say, I don't have to be her. I don't have to be him. I don't have to do it exactly like he does it, but I have something that I can contribute. Then you become the example. See, what I know is that our kids are watching us the way we watch them. Now, what if they had to give us a report card? How well would you do? Would you have all A's? We expect so much from them. What if they have to give a report card and grade you? How would that be? What would that look like for you, right? What would that look like for you? And so with that being said, I want to encourage you to step up and speak out. Listen, there's so many chairmen on this call. There's so many chairmen on this call right now. I don't know if you believe that or not, but if you do believe that, I need you to not just say it. Listen, you know, one of the things that Tony Robbins talks about, he said, I'm not the guy that just tells you go outside and look at the garden and say there are no more weeds, there are no more weeds, there are no more weeds, and you hope the weeds are gone. He's the person that says, no, look at the garden and say, let me do what I need to do to pick the weeds out and get them out. I'm not telling you to say that I am chairman, whatever level you want to be at, just to say it. Listen, there is a process to success. You hear it on the calls all the time that, you know, you do 4 to 6 presentations a week, right? Because remember, the game has changed. So because the game has changed, you don't treat this like a hobby. Because the game has changed, you don't treat your job as the most stable situation in your life, because you got to know in 2019 that it's not. Listen, when we think about the cost of living, I was here in Atlanta talking to a young lady, and Atlanta used to have really good real estate. I'm not saying they don't now, but I'm looking in the market for some things right now, and I'm thinking to myself, what the heck happened? The cost of living is going up so high, you don't need to ask your child what they want to be. You need to ask them, what kind of lifestyle would you like to have? What kind of lifestyle would you like to have? Because based on the lifestyle that you would like to have will determine what you need to do. Because most of the things that people are going to school for, and I'm not down on education. Let me just say this. I'm not down on education. I'm just up on opportunity. I'm not down on education. I'm just up on entrepreneurship. I believe that we need to breed more people that can cut these little strings. You know, the little puppet strings that tell you when you need to go eat, what time you should chew your food, what time you should go to the bathroom, how long you should stay home with your baby, your newborn baby. The game has changed. And if there is not a paradigm shift now, then I'm afraid that as we go into 2020, as we go into the turn of a new decade, there are going to be so many more people that are going to be in the midst of crisis. And I want to prepare you right now to take advantage of what you have in your hands. Because I'll be honest with myself, and I'll be transparent for a moment. Like, can we talk for real for a moment? Because I know that the game has changed. And I know that if you have not decided tonight to play this game, see, here's what I know. I had a conversation with Rashard in a Daisy. And I've never watched the Game of Thrones. I think I tried to watch it. I can't officially say I watched the whole episode, right? But when we were talking, they started to tell me, oh my God, the way you think is like this one, and the way you think is like this, and or this particular book that they were reading, the way you, and I've never even read these books, right? But what I understand is that You know, in 2019, it is so important to not just know that the game has changed, but to know that whether you decide to play it or not, you're technically playing the game. Whether you decide to participate or not, you're still involved. So this is not, I don't play games, neither do I. But technically, there's strategy in everything. So when I think about a chess game, when you say that you're not playing, you're a pawn, period. You're in the game, you're just a pawn going through the process, and you don't get to decide because you don't even know what game is going on. What position are you in the game? Who are you specifically? Because the game has totally changed. Some people are still doing antiquated systems, encouraging their children to do the same thing. And we got the greatest opportunity in our hands right now. We have the greatest opportunity. I believe we got the great. Listen, we were at the event talking to a CEO of another company. Listen to me. It was Kim Kiyosaki, Dr. Jude Tanker, myself, some other industry leaders, and a CEO of the company. And we so happen to be talking about iMarkets Live. Not necessarily, we're talking about Forex. Because everything that we did with integrity. We just happened to talk about how the game is changing to a digital age. And how if you don't learn, unlearn, and then relearn, that you're totally illiterate right now. And how a lot of people are stuck in their safe comfort zone. And the CEO of the company was just like, y'all are the company. He literally said, I wish I would have thought of what Christopher Terry thought of. I wish that I would have thought of that. So I need for you to understand that what we have in our hand gives a person who may not have the desire to speak on stages or to talk to people. We give them freedom. We give them an opportunity from their cell phone to literally either press buy or sell on their phones. I need for the limits to be removed. I need for the chains to be broken. I need for you to give yourself permission. I need for you to be in the space of yes. Listen, sometimes, listen to me. Oh God. Sometimes I believe that because of the limiting beliefs, we have literally as a whole told ourselves, in order for me to make a decision, I need confirmation from somebody. I need somebody to agree with me. I need somebody to agree with me. And in needing that confirmation, sometimes it sounds like I technically need permission. When somebody's making a decision to join this, who know they needed to join this, who've been sitting on the sideline watching this, who have been going through everything and they know that this is it, but nobody has co-signed their deal yet. Well, I just need to ask this one. I just need to ask, can you give yourself permission to be great right now? Can you give yourself permission to be great right now? Those of you who've been involved right now, you're already in IML, you've been in for a minute, but you haven't totally given yourself permission to be great. Well, as soon as this one joined in, once my husband really get on board and once I start making, I give myself permission to be great. I need you to say that I give myself permission to be great. I give myself permission. Listen, put your hand on your heart. Put your hand on your heart. Some of you are so amazing. It makes me think about a Wanda Webb who told me that she was shy and an introvert. Have you heard this girl? Could you imagine that she would have missed her opportunity to share that gift with the world? She's amazing. And so many of you right now are amazing. But guess what? Some of you are preparing to perfect. You're preparing to get ready. You're preparing to perfect. I'm in preparation mode. I'm perfecting. I'm just taking the proper. No. It's procrastination. We're in go season. We're in go season. Right now it's time to go. Right now it's time to move. Everybody on this call knows what you need to do to go chairman. Do you agree? If you know what you need to go do to go chairman, and you know the formula to go chairman, put 7s in the chat right now. Put 7s in the chat right now if you know that you've been on several of these calls. You've heard the formula. You need to do 4 to 6 events a week, right? You need to learn that presentation and get in front of the room. You need to have to produce 7 to 10 platinum 1000, right? You know exactly what the numbers are. You know that you know what to do. What's stopping you? What's stopping you from being the chairman? What's stopping you? What's holding you back? What's telling you that? What is it? Identify it. Have a moment with yourself. Rate yourself. Do you have a calendar? Like, how many events are you doing? And I'm not talking about how many events you get people to. And I'm not talking about how many Zooms you get people on. How many times are you presenting? Even if it's a 2-on-1, where you got 2 people you presenting to. Even if it's a 1-on-1. You know how much money is on the table right now? $10,000 a month for a team of 500 or less. Or less. See, I don't know if y'all understand how generous the CEO and CFO of this company is. The generosity just amazes me all the time. Listen, I don't know if you guys understand that Christopher Terry and Isis De La Torre is still paying for my education in Our Markets Live. They have funded every account that I have. They're paying for my entire, for the most part, because what I've done with the money is invested in other things. And so now it's still working for me. Do you realize the power that we have? Everybody starts at the same place, but getting to Chairman 10, listen, why do I say the game has changed, right? And why am I asking you if you're really ready to play the game? Because some of you saying that, if you don't think that you're ready to play the game, you're still playing the game, it's just that you're a pawn. You decided that you're not the queen yet. I'm clear. There is no mistakes about it. I know that it's the most powerful piece on the board. So I decided to take my rightful position and ask no one's permission. Do you understand what I'm saying to you? Get in the game and play it well. It's 2019. This should not be your hobby. This should be your exit strategy. This should not be your hobby. It should be your exit strategy. Did you hear what I said? This should be the exit strategy. You should have a date already written down. For those of you who don't like what you're doing, if you love what you're doing and your 9 to 5 is your career, is the goal that you set out, then fine. Do this and still get enough money to make the proper investments so that you can have multiple streams coming in. I'm talking about when you get into the investor quadrant, then not only are you trading with crypto, but maybe you're buying some crypto. I'm not going to tell you what to do with your money, but when you listen to the different leaders and you understand the type of investments that are being made, you can't help but be inspired. But let's go past inspiration. Let's go into activation. How can I activate that in my life? What's the goal? What's the plan? Because the game has changed in 2019. Going back to school to get more education, to hope to get paid more money, to then find out that you're overqualified. That's not the game no more. And once again, I'm not down on education. I'm just up on opportunity. The rules of money has changed. We're living in a brand new financial reality right now in 2019. Did you see the prices of things just constantly going up? If you don't know that the price of things are constantly going up and up and up, you might not realize it because maybe it's just the packaging is just getting smaller. You're paying the same price for something that's much smaller. So what are people going to do if they're not getting raises? So listen, here's what I'm saying to you right now. Now is the time for you to get into a space and a state where you give yourself permission to be great. Get into a space in a state where you give yourself permission to be great. And you don't need permission from anyone. You don't need anybody to co-sign the deal. You don't need anybody to tell you you should. You decide tonight. You decide tonight on this call that I decide that I'm going to live my greatest life. And still be an amazing mom, and still be a phenomenal father, and still be an incredible husband, and still be an amazing friend. But I'm clear on where I'm going. And I'm clear there's some changes that got to be made. I love all of my children. They know that. But I'm having different kind of conversations in my house now so that they can understand where I'm at. They understand that there's no way that I can slow down, that there's no way that I can change up, that there's no way. Listen, I love them all. And the greatest way that I can show them how much I love them is to be a greater mother to them. How? I got to give them more access. I got to give them more exposure. I got to elevate experiences for them. You can't do that just sitting home. No. That's not going to work. That's not going to work. Those are excuses to keep you basic. Those are excuses to keep you at a very, no. Listen, this is why sometimes the relationships that you have with people around you, some people are in your life as destiny blockers. So every time you come with an idea and you need a co-signer, they're there to stop you, knock you, and block you. That is their assignment in your life. There are certain people that have assignments in your life to literally block you from your destiny. You call them friends, though. And you consult them with everything you do. Yeah. And you want them to come along with you for the ride. Yeah. And they got an assignment in your life. You see? The reality is elevation requires separation. The reality is I got to stay connected to these calls. I got to go to every event. Every event is not an option. Every event is not, the events are not an option. What events? The one that's coming up in Houston, Texas. The Take Flight event. In Houston, Texas, May 10th and 11th. What do you mean, what event? What day you fly in? What day you fly in? Can y'all tell me in the chat what day you fly in? What day y'all flying in the chat? The 9th, Wednesday, the 9th, May 8th, the 9th. Those are people who are going. They know the day they fly in. They already got the tickets booked. What about you? What about you? Because this industry is about freedom. And it's about sacrifice. See, every great leader that I've ever experienced an opportunity to either sit down with face to face or had an opportunity to hear their story. All of the greats had to make extreme sacrifices. All of the greats had to make extreme sacrifices for the level of success that they have now. What sacrifice have you made for the success that you say you desire? What sacrifice have you made for the level of success that you say you desire? But Dr. Chyna, you don't know my situation. I totally get it. I don't. And you probably don't know what my situation was when I had to make the hard decision too. And we probably don't know the next person's situation that actually decided to come. I met a lady at the event that we just went to. She came to me. She was so moved by what I shared on the stage. It was so interesting. They kept saying that I took them to church. Yet we never talked about anything concerning church. But because they had an experience that touched them so deep, that was the only thing that they can compare it to. She came to me with tears streaming down her face because I believe when you are coming from your heart, you're going to penetrate the hearts of other people. This woman was sleeping in her car, her and her husband. And she didn't know what to do, where to go, and what was next in her life. But she was at that event. Many of you right now are not sleeping in your cars. You have to make a decision. And the decision that you make sometimes requires sacrifice. So I encourage you guys, you can't make it an option. You can't make going to events an option. You cannot make going to an events an option. You have to get your ticket. Somebody needs to put the link in the chat right now. This is a moment for you. Remember, this is the moment where you say, I give myself permission to be great. I give myself permission to be great. I give myself permission to be great. IMLTakeFlight.com. It's going to be amazing. You have an opportunity to meet the CEO of the company. How many people have met the CEO of the company that they work for? Many people have not on their jobs. But what if you were in partnership with the company that not only paid you very well and made amazing opportunities for you, but that you had an opportunity to glean from and sit with face to face and learn the strategies of 20 plus years, almost 30 years of knowledge and information in this incredible industry. I need you to know the value of that. That's an immense value alone. That you're going to have the CEO there. Proximity, ladies and gentlemen, is important. Proximity. You want to be as close as you can as you go through this transition of life and transition in business and transition of finances, from going from the 5 people that you're connected to right now to the new people that you're going to be connected to. Proximity is important. I need you to decide right now that I'm going. When I got on the call, maybe you hadn't gotten your ticket. When you got on the call, maybe you didn't even know you were going. But you decided right now, before you asked anybody's permission, before you had a conversation with anybody, you decided tonight, I'm going. And you simply clicked, right? You have the power, you have the authority to literally sit and go to imltakeflight.com and purchase your ticket. Flights are really affordable still. Like, let's not make excuses. Then, ladies and gentlemen, I'm so excited. Like, I'm going to tell you right now. Because we build from event to event. We build from event to event. And remember, I told you, I don't miss no events. I don't miss events at all. Why is it important for you to go to Houston? It's critical for you to go to Houston because of what's going to happen in Dallas. See, going to Houston will prepare you to be at Dallas at a whole nother level. Going to Houston will prepare you to be in Dallas walking across the stage. Going to Houston will prepare you to be in Dallas with your whole team with you, impacting nations and generations around the world. Going to Houston will propel your business by the time you get to Dallas. But you got to make a decision that you don't need nobody's permission. You got to decide right now that this is your season. You got to decide right now that this is you give yourself permission to be great, right? And so what I want to encourage you to do, I want to encourage you as we prepare for the I Am conference in Dallas, Texas. Oh my Lord. This event is going to be so amazing. It's going to be so amazing. Half of the tickets are already sold. Let's just be clear. Half of the tickets. Have you ever been around thousands of people like-minded with immense energy through the roof that is absolutely bananas? And like, you cannot stay the same in that environment. Something happens in your mind. Something happens on the inside of you that forces you to look at life differently. And then you got to make a decision to take that experience and do something with it. You got to make a decision to take the experience and then activate that consistently. Your life literally can be changed going from event to event. So one of the things that I want you to do is make sure that you create your I am affirmations. Make sure that you create your I am affirmations. And I want you to choose 5. I want you to choose 5 I am affirmations. See, I can tell you something right now about me. I've been doing this for a long time. Affirmations is something that I believe in, and I've been doing for a very, very long time. It's something that I'm totally committed to. And not only do I do them, but I also put timelines on them, but I just speak, okay? So I want to make sure that you know that. And for me, I deal with everything from the spiritual side first, because it's the most powerful side of anything. And so really, when you're talking about the spiritual side, you're talking about you at your most deepest inner being. And so when you begin to nourish it and begin to speak it and begin to decree it and begin to declare it out of your mouth, oh my goodness, it's like everything just aligns and opens up for you, because it's like, okay, that person has the authority. That person has the permission. That person, now everything begins to work for your good. So I want you to create 5 I am affirmations, 5 of them that you are going to prepare for. You know, you might say that I am beautiful. I got a bunch of affirmations. I can't reach it right now, but a bunch of I am royalty. I am rich. And when I say it, I don't just say it to say it. I say it because I know it's what it is. I say it with so much passion and so much poise and so much belief. I am happy. I am healthy. I am wealthy. I am wise. I speak it with boldness and I believe it with everything on the inside of me. What are your 5 I ams? What are your 5 I ams? Right? What are they for you? I am unstoppable. I am irreplaceable. I am undeniable. I am exceptional. What are your 5 I ams? What are your 5 I ams? And I'm not saying you have to stop at 5, but I want you to begin to decree them every single day. She said, I am chosen. What are your 5 I ams? What are your I ams? Very important. I want you to have, it's a challenge, guys. We're going to begin to promote this challenge for your 5 I ams as we march to, somebody said that I am a master trader. I know that's right. As we begin to march to the I Am Conference in September. Now, to get your tickets for the I Am Conference, which is absolutely, it's not even an option. You have to go. You don't have permission not to go. How about that? You have no permission not to go. Okay, so you need to go to iml.events, iml.events to secure your tickets for that. It's already half sold out, and it's months away. Okay, so make sure that you get your tickets to be in Dallas. Make sure you identify how many team members are going to be with you in Dallas, right? I am extraordinary. I love it. Make sure that you, I am a billionaire, definitely. Make sure that you not only go yourself, right? This is the time where you start to help your team make their way to the event. Remember, the game has changed. So for those of you who are consistently using your job as the block to block you, not the building block for you to build off of. Your job should be designed for you to step on as a building block for you to get from where you are to where you need to be. Now that you have this opportunity, you need to be preparing yourself. Stop allowing the 9 to 5 to block you from experiencing the unlimited earning potential that you have access to. Stop doing that. Prepare now. Right? And so I want to encourage you to make sure that you get your tickets for I Am Conference. It's going to be amazing. But I want to make sure that you're speaking and declaring your, people are booking flights right now. That's what I'm talking about. Let's get the action. We're talking about activation season. Yes, they're booking flights right now. They're booking flights right now. I don't know if you guys can see this because I think it's only for the panelists to see. But people are literally booking flights right now. They're booking flights right now. They're doing Airbnbs. People are riding out there together. They're getting vans out there. That's what I'm talking about. Okay, somebody said there's an Expedia trip, round trip from Atlanta to Houston for $154. Wow. There's another airline, Chairman Andre Campbell said cheapflights.com. We're helping you to get there. Listen, we're not just telling you what to do. We're saying, listen, let us help you make this happen. Okay? So there's cheapflights.com as well as Expedia.com. And then you purchase your ticket for Houston at imltakeflight.com. Okay, all of this is going to be listed in all of your chats. Leaders, I need you to do this for me. If you have a chat of communication with your team, I need you to put these links in there, okay? You can go to IML Elite. You can go to the iMarkets Live Instagram page. You can go to Christopher Terry's page. A lot of this information is there. The top leaders have it on their page. And make sure you do your part as the leader to put that information in your group. Let's pack this event out. Let's bust the seams of the door down. Let's make sure that Houston, Texas is never the same again. I want to recommend that when you get there, you come through ready to go to the next level, ready to take flight in your business, ready to expand and explode in your business. So with not just your business, but trading, because you know they got Fan Night. Fan Night is happening on Friday night. So this event is not just for builders. This event is also for traders. If you want to learn how to take your skills to the next level, you need more of a hands-on experience, right? Then Fan Night is happening on Friday night. This is very important. The site for the event, once again, is imltakeflight.com for the one that's happening in May, imltakeflight.com. And then the one that's happening in September is IML Events. That's where all of the corporate events are going to be taking place at. So I'm excited for each and every one of you who joined us on tonight. Thank you for spending just a little bit of time with me here. This has been recorded. We'll put the link out, get it out to everybody so that they can have access to it, share it, rewatch it, relook at it. But remember, ladies and gentlemen, the game has changed, and you have to give yourself permission to win now. No more somebody telling you what to do, when to do it, and how to do it. You have to decide to live your greatest life right now. You have to decide to meet the highest version of you right now. You have to know exactly who you are right now. And being in these environments is going to help you to do everything that you need to do to win. Give yourself permission to win. Chairmen are going to be popping like popcorn. My question is, will you be one of them? Will you be one of them? Will you be one of the chairmen that walk across the stage at the IM conference? I believe if this is your first time being on this call tonight and you've never ever gotten on a 7-figure mentorship call, maybe somebody invited you to this call and you're not even a member of iMarkets Live yet. If that is the case, please tell them that you're ready to sign up now. Call that person and say, I'm in, and let's go. Do you realize that you, the brand new person who may not have even said yes yet, have an opportunity to walk across the stage? And I tell you, it's such an honoring moment, celebrated by thousands of people as a chairman in this company. It's absolutely incredible. Ladies and gentlemen, the type of numbers that people are doing in this company, I can tell you that people are not doing in traditional business. Chairman 10 means that you're a 6-figure earner, earning at least $120,000 a year, getting paid out every single week. Ladies and gentlemen, the game has changed. Are you playing the game or not? Are you ready to play this game or not? Because the game has changed. And I need to just know that you are in. The website for the IM conference is iml.events with an S on it. iml.events. iml.events is where you can go and purchase your ticket for that conference as well. So with that being said, ladies and gentlemen, if you guys are not following me on social media sites, I am Chyna Bethley on Instagram. Chyna Bethley on Instagram. I probably spend a little bit more time there than I do on Facebook. Chyna with the Y. Chyna Bethley on Instagram. So make sure that you guys are following me, and make sure that you guys just absolutely have a fantastic week this week. I am super duper excited about everything that is happening in your business. Congratulations to the brand new person who just said yes, the brand new person who just got their ticket, and the brand new person who just recommitted to be even greater in their business as well as in their life. I love you guys. Thanks so much for being on. Let's give it up again one more time. Put your ones in the chat for the CEO and CFO of the company, Mr. Christopher Terry and Mrs. Isis Delatorre. We love and appreciate you all. We're so grateful for this opportunity. We're forever, forever, forever thankful for each and every one of you. Have a fantastic night, guys. Bye.